Hi there. My name's David Drwencke, and I'm the founding partner of DRD Law, LLC, based out of Chicago, Illinois. I'm a criminal defense attorney. That's all I do, all day, every day, are handle cases involving people who've been charged with crimes. Those cases can range from simple misdemeanors like batteries, assaults, maybe low-level drug possession, up to the most serious felonies. Those could be murders or sex offenses, sexual assaults or rapes as they're more commonly known. I handle cases in Chicago, Illinois, or Cook County more broadly. That's my home base. I've been practicing here for a number of years, and I love it. And I wanted to take a moment in this video to talk a little bit more about myself, and hopefully at the end of this, you know a little bit more about me and why I love doing this and why I'm good at it. I've done a great deal of research into what makes a great attorney. In fact, I found some really great articles online that outline what a prospective client should be looking for when hiring an attorney. And I've got a few bullet points here that I've been looking at, and it makes me smile a little bit because it was somewhat unintentional, but I've checked these boxes, or at least I think I have. And we'll start with, first and foremost, it's experience. You should hire an attorney who has experience, specifically in the type of problem that you have. For me, that's going to be criminal defense, but maybe you have an issue with a divorce or child custody, or you want to draft a will, or perhaps you've been in an auto accident or a slip and fall. There are attorneys who specialize or focus their practice on those different types of law. If you're going through that child custody or a divorce, that's family law. There are attorneys who each and every day, that's the only thing they do. They're experts on the law. They know the judges, they know the other attorneys that you're likely to deal with because they're in that universe each and every day. If you're talking about that slip and fall or an auto accident, well, there's our personal injury attorneys. Those are attorneys, again, who are in the civil universe, who, again, know the law, know what the latest and greatest is as far as statutes and the best way to present your case, because that's the type of law they practice every day. Again, for me, that's criminal law. I've picked a lane. That's the only thing I do each and every day. I go to courthouses throughout Cook County or the Chicagoland area. There's a number of them. Cook County is large, both geographically and in population. So if that's as far north as Skokie, to go into Maywood, Bridgeview, Markham, down to 26th Street, over at the Domestic Violence Courthouse, the Daly Center, any one of those courthouses on a given day, that's where you're going to find me. I am in court each and every day. And that experience matters because knowing the judges, knowing the state's attorneys, being familiar with the case law, being familiar with how to try a criminal case, that is the only way to get the best results for a client. Criminal law is the only thing I do. I have years of experience practicing now, owning my own law firm, but I also have the benefit of being a former law clerk. I actually worked for a judge just shy of 7 years. And during those 7 years, I, as a clerk, got to sit back and watch trials just about every week and almost every day for 7 years. And I learned a lot. I got to watch great attorneys, and I got to watch less than great attorneys. But I learned from each and every one of them. Those that were good, I stole some of those best ideas. I put them into my own practice. Those who I didn't think were that good or were not that successful, well, I learned from them. Those are the things to not do, to not repeat. But I still learned. That experience between being a judicial clerk for nearly 7 years and now being out in my own practice and getting to work for some of the best attorneys in both the state of Michigan and Illinois pay dividends again for my clients. Another bullet point that I thought was interesting, but is important and I think is fair to say, is that the firm has track record of success handling your type of case. So now, not just experience, where they can say, hey, I handle that type of case, or the firm handles that type of case, but they can actually point to cases that they've handled and have had success. I'm proud to say that we have great results We go to trial as much, if not more so, than any other law firm in Cook County, and we win a lot. Again, those are murder cases, sexual assault cases, gun possession cases, drug possession cases, domestic violence, and so on. We've taken cases to both a bench trial, which is before a judge, or a jury trial, and we've won. We're not afraid of the state's attorney. We're not afraid of a fight. We're not afraid of the amount of work that's involved in going to a trial, because I can assure you there's a lot of time, a lot of sleepless nights preparing to get a case exactly where it needs to be, have our arguments in order, know the facts of the case and the file better than anyone else. That takes time, that takes experience, that takes skill, but that's what we do each and every day. And I can point a prospective client to dozens of files that we've won on. The next factor, another bullet point again that I really agree with, is they say that, is that attorney a regular in the courtroom where your case is? Because it goes to relationships. Does the attorney that you're hiring know the judge? Do they know some of those idiosyncratic things about how the judge likes to do things? There are small things even in Cook County. Some judges start early, some judges start later in the day. It's nice to know that you don't have to be to court until 10:30 a.m. because you happen to have a judge who starts a little bit later. That's not neither good nor bad as far as what time they start, but that institutional knowledge and experience is one way of saving yourself some headaches and some time. But there's other things about how a judge likes to have a case prepared and argued, what arguments may actually be successful and which arguments won't be. Again, it goes to having experience with those judges. There's also experience with state's attorneys. Many cases will resolve in a negotiated plea. And again, having a relationship, having a familiarity with the state's attorney to be able to go to them and they know that I'm coming to them in good faith, that I'm going to be open and honest, but that I'm also not going to roll over and that I'm not afraid to go to trial. That bears better results and more fruit for my client. You can trust, yet again, that the experience of those relationships that I've built through the years being a solely focused on criminal law attorney will pay dividends for you as the client. There's a few other bullet points, a little more esoteric, they're saying about that. Does that attorney really keep the best interests of their client in mind? What I would say is go and check my Google reviews. Look at the law firm. Google us. Read the reviews. We've had clients for years that have been satisfied or even more than satisfied with the results that we've gotten for them or for their family member or a loved one, that they've gone and left 5-star reviews. I'm proud of that. I'm happy of it. And that's better than any type of sales pitch or anything that I can say, are the results that we've received and are borne out and are verified by over 70 clients at this point that have taken the time to write a review about their experience with me and with the law firm. The last bullet point, again, is more about how a practice should be run, and that is about communication. At the time of drafting or recording this video, it's effectively mid-2024. We text, we email, we use social media, we do all of these things. Communication couldn't be cheaper or easier or faster, but you might be surprised how rare attorneys really communicate with their clients or how they communicate with their clients. It's a nearly daily conversation I have during a consultation or with a prospective new client that they'll outline how upset they are that their attorney isn't communicating with them, that they aren't getting updates, that they aren't being told what the evidence looks like or what the next steps are with the file. Well, what do I do and what does my firm do? We text, we do email, we have a client portal. You have a way to communicate with me directly and with the team directly on a daily basis. Now, there rarely are updates that regularly, but you have the ability to do that. That if you have a question, if there's something that's keeping you up at night or you're just concerned or curious about something, fire us a message. You know you're going to get an answer back from us as quickly as possible. Usually it's within minutes, but certainly within a day or two. You're going to know what's going on with your file because this file is one-on-one for you or for your loved one or a family member. It may be one of a few files we have as a law firm, but we know that it is one of one and is crucial to you. It's the thing that you are losing sleep over, that you're concerned about causing anxiety, and it is our job to lower that anxiety. You are the client. You're hiring me, you're hiring the firm. We work for you. And of course, we're providing expertise and knowledge and experience, but it's not lost on me. It's not lost on the firm that ultimately we're an employee. We work for you. We're working in your best interest. And this is your case. And beyond getting the best result, it's the process to getting there. That you know what's going on, that you can communicate with your attorney, you can communicate with the firm, and you know what's going on every step of the way. I don't want to go much longer, but I want to take just a few more minutes to talk about, again, myself and let you know a little bit more about me. I've wanted to be an attorney my entire life. Now, that sounds corny. It sounds like something maybe you've heard plenty of other people say. It's part of a sales pitch or maybe a little disingenuous, but it's true. I can actually find yearbooks going back to even the second, third, fourth grade when they'd ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be an attorney. I can't always explain where that came from. Nobody in my family is an attorney, but I love it. It was a calling. I never really wavered from that. When I went through high school and undergraduate, it was always in preparation for law school to be an attorney. And then once I finally got to law school, that experience was tremendous. I actually was one of those rare people who enjoyed law school, but everything I did when I was in law school was about preparing to be a litigator, to be a trial attorney, to represent clients. So that's how I set myself up, was to be a trial attorney with a laser focus on being a criminal defense attorney, even more specifically. When it comes to the firm, I invest heavily in staying in the latest and greatest technology, staying up to date with case law. That's going to webinars and seminars and trainings, either about new law that's coming forward, or if it's about trial strategy and techniques, if it's learning more about jury selection, or even the psychological components of being an attorney, presenting the best argument possible. What are those new tips and tricks and innovations, both technological, with technology that we can use, software and hardware, but then in just learning, being the best attorney that I can be, being trained, learning from other attorneys, learning other techniques, and being cutting edge so that we're always a step or two, or maybe even more, ahead of the state's attorneys, and certainly multiple steps ahead of other criminal defense attorneys who just won't spend the time, who won't spend the money, they won't invest in themselves in the firm, and they stay stagnant. They're left in the past. We at DRD Law and myself, we will be cutting edge, we'll be bleeding edge every step of the way, every day, because I love gadgets, I love technology, and more than anything, I love to win. And if these are tools, if it's artificial intelligence, if it's legal research, if it's a new technique on how to try a case, how to argue a specific type of motion, well, I want to know what the best is. And I want to learn from the best. I want to be the best, because that's what my clients deserve. And that's what they require when they hire me and when they hire the firm. They're hiring us to get results. They're placing their trust in me. They're placing their trust in the firm. And that's never lost on us. Not once, not one day, not one moment, that we realize how important these files are to you, and that the outcomes that we get are crucial. These are life-altering cases if we're unsuccessful, or if we can't get the results that our clients deserve and demand. To wrap up, DRD Law is a criminal defense attorney in Chicago, Illinois. I focus on one thing. The firm focuses on one thing. That's criminal defense. That's being the best criminal defense firm in Chicago and Cook County. That's providing the best results for our clients. Those results are borne out in Google reviews and reviews on Yelp and FindLaw and Avvo, among other websites that you can find online. Those are happy clients. Those are real clients. Those are clients that have gotten results by working with our firm and working with me specifically. I love what I do, and I take this extremely seriously. If you ever have any questions about a case in Cook County or criminal law in Illinois more broadly, call the firm, go to the website, book a consultation. We'll sit down and answer those questions. And if you want to take the next step and you want to hire the firm, we can't make it any faster or easier. We'll send you a DocuSign document. We can make a payment. We do payment plans. We're very flexible. We understand nobody expects to catch a criminal case or be dealing with this. And we know how easy it is to find yourself in that position. It's scary. Again, it's anxiety inducing. It's somewhere you would never expect to find yourself. But if you are, or if it's a family member or a friend or some other loved one, and they're scared or they're in custody right now, or they've just been arrested, and you're stumbling across this video and you're looking for an attorney, know that this is what we do each and every day. We take it deathly seriously. We will get the results that you deserve and that you require. We're available 24 hours a day. Send us a message. We're going to get back in contact with you as quickly as we possibly can. We're going to answer those questions, and then we're going to start the most aggressive defense that you'll find in Cook County. Again, my name is David Drwencke of DRD Law. I appreciate you taking the time to learn a little bit more about me and the law firm. I look forward to speaking to you in the future and producing future videos about all manner of criminal law topics. I ask you now, if you've lasted this long to the end of the video, not only do I want you to subscribe and like the video, but leave a comment. Do you have a question? Is there something that I can answer for you or dig a little more deeply into? I love this stuff. I would gladly shoot a video each and every day if that's possible. I want to answer those questions. If there isn't a video on the topic that you have a question on already, I'll certainly shoot a new one. If time is of the essence, contact the firm. Again, we'll get back to you as quickly as possible. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this. I look forward to speaking to you in the future. I look forward to producing more videos and content in order to inform the general public, because I think that's a further duty of mine, even beyond being hired for your case or a family member's or a loved one. It's informing and educating the general public on issues that I think are confusing and are scary and are things that people don't deal with every day. But it is what I do every day, and I want to pass that knowledge on to you. Thanks again.